This episode is brought to you by Alibaba.com, the world's leading B2B e-commerce marketplace. They'll help your business stay competitive and discover new, innovative, and affordable products from over 200,000 suppliers and manufacturers worldwide. And with their trade assurance, you can shop with peace of mind. No more worrying about international payments, delayed shipments, and convoluted refund policies. Even customized orders receive protection. The world of business is waiting for you. Visit Alibaba.com.
At Discount Tire, we know your time is valuable. Get 30% shorter average wait time when you buy and book online. Did you know Discount Tire now sells wiper blades? Check out our current deals at DiscountTire.com or stop in and talk to an associate today. Discount Tire.
Let's get you taken care of.
This is Optimal Startup Daily, episode 975. The Link Between Exercise and Boosting Brain Power by Comaford of SmartTribesInstitute.com. And hi there, welcome back to Optimal Startup Daily if you are a regular listener. If you're just discovering the show, let me tell you a little bit about it. This is where I read to you every single day from some great blogs on entrepreneurship. And of course, we get permission from the authors to use their work here. So if you have any ideas about maybe an author that you like, who you'd love to see featured here on the show, or a topic that maybe you've been listening for a while and you haven't heard us cover yet, you can share those with us by visiting oldpodcast.com and submitting your feedback. But for now, we do have a post from Comaford from Smart Tribes Institute, which I'll tell you more about after the reading. So let's get to it and optimize your life. The Link Between Exercise and Boosting Brain Power by Comaford of SmartTribesInstitute.com. Are you making exercise non-negotiable? Before you skip a workout, remember that exercise is the key to a healthy brain. When I first start working with my executive coaching clients, before we dive into proven neuroscience-based tools that will help them with their challenges, I ask them, do you have an exercise routine? Executives and leaders need to consistently exercise. Why? The benefits go beyond looking and feeling great. Exercise is the key to a healthy and happy brain. Our brains love exercise. Why your brain needs you to get up and get moving. A big indicator of my clients' success in stepping up their leadership is whether they have an existing exercise practice or are willing to start one. The great news is that it's never too late to start. According to the American Heart Association, sedentary jobs have increased 83% since 1950. Physically active jobs now make up less than 20% of our workforce. In 1960, about half of the U.S. workforce was physically active. Our average work week is longer. Full-time workers in the U.S. work about 47 hours each week. That's more than 350 extra hours worked each year. Does this sound familiar? How much physical activity does your job promote? Why is this important? Exercise increases executive cognitive function and brain growth. A study was conducted to examine the effect of a session of acute aerobic exercise on working memory task-evoked brain activity, as well as task performance. This study found that moderate acute aerobic exercise increases both working memory and cortical hemodynamic responses in the prefrontal cortex, with an emphasis on other executive controls, for instance, interference. Similar results were also observed, including improved behavioral performance following a short session of aerobic exercise, with the right frontopolar area specifically being activated. These findings suggest that these specific brain cortexes play vital roles in the alteration of executive function induced by acute exercise. Exercise also grows new brain cells, known as neurogenesis. Neurogenesis is the process by which neurons are generated from neural stem cells and progenitor cells. A study published in the Journal of Neuroscience confirmed that running exercise, RE, improves new memory formation along with an increased neurogenesis in the hippocampus. Yes, this study was conducted on rats, and we are not rats. However, rat brains are similar to our brains. What does this mean for executives and leaders? When we exercise, a few things happen. Number one, the hippocampus, a part of the brain concerned with learning and memory, grows in size with regular exercise over time. 2, norepinephrine is released, improving attention, perception, and motivation. And 3, hormones combine with BDNF to grow brain cells, regulate mood, and provide mental clarity. The area of the brain that was being examined in the first study can be referred to as the frontal executive network system. This is where proactive planning, time management, our ability to focus, set goals, and think clearly happens. We want to increase blood flow to this area of our brain, and engaging in aerobic activity will do just that. Higher level thinking skills empower an executive to increase their focus, increase their cognitive flexibility, and think faster. The second study shows that exercise will directly impact our ability to grow new brain cells and increase short-term and long-term memory. Increased focus, clarity, and executive thinking, combined with new brain cells and improved short-term and long-term memory, are critical for leadership success and excellence. Extra exercise goodies. Here are a few extra goodies that implementing a consistent exercise routine will do for you. 1. Decrease stress. The Mayo Clinic confirms that virtually any form of exercise, from aerobics to yoga, can act as a stress reliever. Being active will boost your feel-good endorphins and help you manage and decrease your stress. 2. Increase energy. According to the University of Georgia, sedentary people who regularly complain of fatigue can increase their energy levels by 20% and decrease their fatigue by 65% by engaging in regular exercise. 3. Boost your mood. Combine exercise with a mindfulness practice. This regrooves the brain and builds a new neurological network. Do it enough, and like the studies show, you can train your brain like a muscle to become or stay calm and present in the face of adversity. When we exercise, serotonin is released, and that enhances our mood. And 4, improve sleep. A full night's sleep improves your ability to regulate emotions, period. People sleep significantly better and feel more alert during the day if they get at least 150 minutes of exercise a week. Exercise is non-negotiable. When you make a commitment to your team and to your customers, do you always follow through? Great leaders will automatically say yes. Their word is their bond. It is just as important to make a commitment to yourself and your health. How much exercise is the right amount of exercise? The AHA recommends at least 30 minutes of moderate intensity aerobic activity at least 5 days per week for a total of 150 minutes, or at least 25 minutes of vigorous aerobic activity at least 3 days per week for a total of 75 minutes, or a combination of moderate and vigorous intensity aerobic activity. They also recommend moderate to high intensity muscle strengthening activity at least 2 days per week for additional health benefits. Be sure to check with your doctor before starting your new exercise routine. These recommended amounts are consistent with the optimal amounts of exercise needed to benefit your brain. If this seems overwhelming, begin by making a commitment to move for a specific amount of time each day. Start with 30 minutes as your foundation and create a routine that works for you. You don't have to run a marathon on day 1. Try walking around the block or taking the stairs instead of the elevator. Another tip is to get an accountability partner. For me, that's my personal trainer. I've invested in her expertise and I honor her time and commitment to my health. It keeps me on track. Honor your commitment to yourself, because in the end, your team, your business, and your bottom line will benefit. You just listened to the post titled "The Link Between Exercise and Boosting Brainpower" by Christine Comaford of SmartTribesInstitute.com. As an entrepreneur, you know that every hire counts. But that doesn't mean that the time you spend looking for qualified candidates should be a second job. Find top talent fast with Indeed. Indeed is the hiring platform helping over 3 million businesses worldwide to do it all. Don't spend hours on multiple job sites looking for candidates. Over 80% of Indeed employers find quality candidates the moment they sponsor a job. I especially love Indeed's Instant Match feature because candidates you invite to apply through Instant Match are 3 times more likely to apply to your job than candidates who only see it in search, according to US Indeed data. Indeed knows that when you're growing your own business, you have to make every dollar count. That's why with Indeed, you only pay for quality applications that match your must-have job requirements. Visit Indeed.com/startup to start hiring now. Just go to Indeed.com/startup. Indeed.com/startup. Terms and conditions apply. Cost per application pricing not available for everyone. Need to hire? You need Indeed.
This episode is brought to you by Alibaba.com, the world's leading B2B e-commerce marketplace. They'll help your business stay competitive and discover new, innovative, and affordable products from over 200,000 suppliers and manufacturers worldwide. And with their trade assurance, you can shop with peace of mind. No more worrying about international payments, delayed shipments, and convoluted refund policies. Even customized orders receive protection. The world of business is waiting for you. Visit Alibaba.com.
And again, a big thank you to Christine, who is a leadership and culture coach, serial entrepreneur, and New York Times bestselling author of 3 books, Power Your Tribe, SmartTribes, and Rules for Renegades. For over 30 years, she's helped leaders navigate growth and change by specializing in applied neuroscience, which helps her clients achieve tremendous results in record time. As an entrepreneur, she built and sold 5 companies with an average ROI of 700%. And she was a software engineer in the early days of Microsoft and Apple. So come on by SmartTribesInstitute.com to learn a lot more and check out the resources. And I do have that linked in this episode's description, as well as at oldpodcast.com. But that is going to do it for this episode of OSD, which I thank you very much for listening to. And be sure to tune back in tomorrow for another great article. And that is where your optimal life awaits.